One and go. Hey guys, megamatt1254 here again. Welcome back to another stream. And today we are going to be, we're going to be talking about Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 11. Which is one of the best episodes of Fear in a good while, actually, now that I think about it. We're just going to basically have, like, promotions for it and stuff, like... I gotta send the stream out to a few servers, and then we'll begin talking about the episode properly. And give me a few minutes here, guys. I just gotta get this out there. What's up, Dan?
What up?
I just did my intro for the stream. No one's on yet, so yeah.
Awesome.
People will start joining soon, though, I assume.
Yeah, just got back from watching the little teaser for episode 12. Looks really good.
Honestly, 612's looking fantastic.
Yep. Oh yeah, man. Honestly, the more I see of it, I'm just like, wow.
Yep. I'm just sending the stream out to a bunch of servers right now. Alright. There we go. And that should do. Okay, I think we could start our reviews now. So
Awesome.
We'll do the usual shit here. Okay, so Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 11, The Holding. What did I think of this episode? Well, guys, I gotta say, this is some of the best Fear the Walking Dead we've gotten in a good long while. Like, Wes was very good this episode, shockingly. That character actually did a lot more than I was expecting. He's actually in the opening intro this week, too, which was a nice little surprise there. And, yeah, he reunites with his brother this episode, which was pretty cool. And, like, I was a little shocked that they killed him so early, but I'm not upset about it. I understand why they did it, and they killed his brother. He's just kind of, like, there to kind of, like, give us a little, like, I guess one of our characters, like, a minor personal connection. And it's there to show you how this group can, like, warp people's minds. That's the whole point of that character, in my opinion, and why they decided to do that. Which, even the death scene was, like, fantastically done. The guy who plays Wes, I gotta say, he really proved himself this episode as, like, a fantastic Walking Dead actor. The performance he pulled this week, very well done, and there's no comparison. This is easily Wes's best episode of the show. And now, I'm actually, like, never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually, like, interested in seeing a lot more of Wes's character, like, what they got planned for him going forward. So, yeah, like, they actually, like, fixed Wes's character, which is awesome. And, we actually get a lot of Alicia this episode, too. She was really good. And, like, they had a bunch of stuff with, like, Teddy near the end, and I liked the, like, little confrontation them two characters had. And, like, I know people are not really, like, you know, expecting it, but me and Dan have actually been theorizing this, is that Madison was potentially teased at the end of this episode, which is really cool. And I think there were little foreshadows thrown in there. And, like, just the episode in general was, like, really good. Hey, Epic and Giuseppe, welcome to the stream, guys. Yo, how you doing today? Miss you, Matt. It's great to be back, buddy. Well, I'm glad to have you back, Giuseppe. It's great to have you back on the streams and back in the community and stuff. Hey, Matt, been hooked on Spider-Man lately? I have been. Cool. Yeah, Spider-Man's a great game. Alright, so, back to what I was saying. Other than, like, you know, there's, like, barely any flaws with this episode, guys. It's very good, in my opinion. Like, it's just nearly as good as the premiere and 604, which are other fantastic episodes from the season. And, like, yeah, so, really good episode, guys. And I gotta say, this episode's a 10 out of 10 for me, personally. Like, I don't have any major flaws with this. Like, even if I try to find nitpicks, I can't really. Like, even the new, like, villains are really good in this one. Like, the End is the Beginning group is a lot better than I was first expecting. Like, Riley's character, fantastic. I hope they keep him around longer. And Teddy's character, good introduction. I need to see a bit more before I can judge him completely. But like I was saying, guys, great introduction for the villains. They even have some like minor stuff with Althea and Dwight in this one, which I thought was really good, setting up for an episode there, I'm assuming. And then we also have a really major moment this episode, guys, where, yeah, like a spoiler warning real quick. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, guys, the frickin' CRM make a minor appearance this episode. We find out this group has, like, CRM information, and we actually see that they've captured a soldier, and they have him there as a walker, and I'm like, dude, like, this group actually took on CRM? Like, are you kidding me? Like, how tough are these guys? Like, they clearly want us to know that this group is a frickin' threat and is a major presence. Like, so very freaking good stuff there. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, guys, this has to be a 10 out of 10 for me personally. Like, I don't have any issues with this. Like, what are your thoughts on the episode, Dan?
So my thoughts on this episode, like Matt was saying, this is a really, really great episode. Honestly, for me personally, it is going to be my favorite episode of the second half, and that does not count episode 8 in my opinion. And, you know, just because I feel like that one is technically the first half. But this is definitely the best episode of the second half for me. I love the new group. I love Teddy and Riley's character. Riley's character in particular, Riley is slightly better than Teddy for me, just in my opinion right now, just because, you know, I feel like we've kind of seen a little bit more of him than we have with Teddy. I mean, Teddy's literally only in the last few minutes. But, again, that does not say anything about Teddy, because Teddy also is a great character in this one. The way he shows up, the way he talks with Alicia is really, really cool. But basically, this episode I like. I love how much we focused on Wes. I thought it was great to finally have an episode with Wes. And honestly, the fact that they did this with Season 6, Episode 11, and literally one season ago exactly, Season 5, Episode 11, last season, was like his introduction episode. And, you know, we had this whole mystery of, you know, about him, what he's about and stuff. And one season later, we actually get to see his brother. And, you know, his brother was fantastic. I mean, he was a great actor. I thought he played a really good psycho, I guess is what I'll say about it. And I think that he really did a great job. The actor did a great job. The character was great. You know, honestly, the storyline that needed to happen, in my opinion, to kind of give our group a, you know, our first kind of connection with our group and the End is the Beginning group, you know, to kind of get a connection like that, just to get the ball rolling, I guess, with this group of the first level of importance, in my opinion, was that. And also it develops Westmore. So I thought that was great. The fact he has to kill his brother because he's so dead set on, you know, being a painter for the End is the Beginning, being part of this, you know, messed up civilization was really cool. And I like their kind of twisted mindset to it too, because they're like, ooh, I want to see the walkers, you know, how Teddy does and stuff. It's really great, to be honest. It's a really great kind of just, I don't know, it's messed up, but it's well done. I like the way it's like acted. And I think Riley, yet we haven't seen it yet, I think Riley is a lot crazier than we can see here. I just think that Riley is going to be a character that, give it time, he's going to be a real psycho. I just feel that coming, and I feel like we're about to actually really get into that soon, which is what's really making me excited about his character in this one. And I like the CRM stuff. That was another big, like, okay, wow. And I like how we get to see that. It kind of gives you the idea that it's like, okay, which this is the thing I like about the CRM thing. Yeah, it's cool to see the CRM. Yeah, it's cool to see that, you know, whole kind of connection. But the thing that I like about it the most is that you take, in my opinion, the most, like, you know, kind of scary-ish, you know, most capable group of villains in the Walking Dead franchise, and you literally show that this group managed to overpower some of them. And it's like, okay, so the End is the Beginning group does mean business then. It's like, this is important. The fact they were able to get someone from the CRM, wow, like that's impressive. That says a lot about this new group. and why we should fear them. So I like that a lot. I thought that was all good. And yeah, I mean, the rest of the episode, just really great stuff. I like Teddy at the end. I thought he was great. And the last thing I'll say about this episode is the fact that he says that he was a mama's boy himself. And I'm just sitting there, and you guys could call me crazy. Absolutely. If you disagree with this, that's absolutely fine. But in my opinion, I think there's something here. Yes, after 2 seasons, yeah, I'm going to say it again. I think there's something here. And I think that him saying he's a mama's boy, having these kind of reunions like this in this episode too, it just, the way they focus on Alicia in this one, the way they handle the character, what we know, I'm telling you, something is up here. And again, I don't want to go into this too much because I feel like I'm going to start, like, I'm going to open up a can of worms because a lot of people do not like this idea. But I think Madison is related to this somehow. I am just going to say that. And, I mean, aside from that, that's my thoughts on the episode. Fantastic episode overall. Great, really great setup. And in my opinion, it's a great lead into what we're going to see. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. Great episode.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I agree with everything you said there, Dan, with, like, the Madison theories and stuff. Like, what Teddy was saying later into the episode and stuff. And, yeah, I fully agree with what you're saying about this episode. Kate, if you're still here, feel free to give a review. If not, it's all good. Okay, I think Kate's away right now. Okay, so we'll go on to the next segment of the stream for now then. So what are some of your predictions for 6/12, like, after seeing this episode, like, with Morgan and Grace and all that, we have, like, the End is the Beginning group on their tail now. We see in, like, the promos and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. From what I can gather from 6/12 right now, I think we're going to see Grace lose it a little bit. I don't know in what kind of capacity, but I do think she's going to kind of lose it a little bit in that episode. And I think the whole Old Man Morgan thing will be something related to that if I had to make a prediction. But again, like, we'll have to see still. That's still up in the air. But I still think that Old Man Morgan probably will happen, and it'll be something when it comes to Grace and, like, kind of these hallucinations, dream sequence that she's having. And, yeah, and then I also think another thing, too, is that episode 12 will probably have Morgan versus Riley, obviously. I think Morgan will probably kick some ass, let's be real. And I think that Riley will either Riley will be presumed dead, like Morgan will think that he killed him and he didn't. They'll either go that approach, or we're going to see, like, potentially maybe we'll see, like, Riley's people come in. Morgan will have to get away in order for himself not to get killed. And, like, Morgan has to get away because Riley's people are coming to help or something.
Yeah, like, with plot armor, I'm willing to make an exception for this character just because Riley's character, what they've done with him in 6/11, like, it's honestly great build-up. And it would honestly be a really big shame to just see him die in 12. Like, it would be like, okay, what was all the point of that stuff in 11 then? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, no, I would flaw that episode a little bit just because it would be, yeah, it wouldn't be a flaw to the story, I guess, but in a way it also kind of would be because it's like, I would flaw it just for simply, like, missed opportunity, honestly.
Or setting up, like, a fake bigger threat.
Exactly.
And with Teddy's character, like, with what we've seen of him in 6/11, like, me and you both had this theory, Dan, is that we thought Teddy was going to be dead by the end of this episode, but then I get to the end of the episode, I'm like, oh no, they're only introducing him in this one. Like, we get barely any of him, which is fine, honestly. I'm kind of happy, because it shows that it was unpredictable, and I like that it would have been a little predictable. It's like, okay, Teddy's dead, yep, we predicted that right off the gate, so I'm happy that we kind of got that wrong, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that, and also another false prediction that I'd like to also add on to that. First of all, yes, I agree. And then the other one is I thought Wes would be a traitor, which I'm like, okay. So not only is he not a traitor, he has his brother, and his brother's crazy. So even though we were both off with this episode, I'm glad we were, because it says that the show is unpredictable.
Yep. And, dude, that frickin' reveal at the end was actually really, like, it was dark. When you find out that Wes's brother did know that Wes was at Tanktown and fully known Wes could have died, and he did it anyway.
Yep, exactly. Oh, yeah.
I kind of find it funny that we're all thinking Wes is like a traitor. Even Virginia was kind of calling him a traitor. And then it's like it's kind of ironic that his brother is the one that's kind of doing all this stuff, and like we're all pointing the finger at Wes.
I know. Yeah, man. I'm telling you though, dude, honestly, like the whole brother thing, it's kind of crazy because here we thought that it would be like Wes and like maybe he'd be a traitor or something. But it also begs the question now, who on earth is the frickin' traitor now?
Exactly, and that's actually what I wanted to get into a bit with this stream is like, if you guys are caught up with Fear and all that, who do you guys think the traitor is? Like, who is the one secretly working with the End is the Beginning group? Me personally, it has to be someone from Tanktown.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Agreed. It's just, again, I'm going to kind of, like, kind of repeat this question. Like, who do you guys think it is? Because honestly, right now, I'm still struggling with trying to find someone.
I'm clueless. Same here. Like, I really don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know.
Yep.
Which is cool because that means, like, there could be any shocking reveal. Like, you just don't know who it could be.
And it's like, keep in mind, guys, like, we don't have source material. We don't have any kind of spoilers or anything. Like, we know nothing about who could possibly be doing this.
Like, in my opinion, I think it has to be someone from Tanktown, just because Tanktown was sabotaged, and I think that the End is the Beginning group got insider information.
However, a lot of the people that have been saying Luciana, I'm just like, no. Like, I'm sorry, I don't agree with that theory at all.
Same with, there's no way it's June.
No. Well, no, it's, you know what? Especially June, because she was like the main character we were focusing on in that episode. So I eliminate that right away.
You think it could be Sarah?
That would just be weird, though, if you ask me personally, because in my opinion, they need to get rid of that character, not turn her into some randomly, she's a goofy, like, whatever character, and now all of a sudden she's just, like, with this group.
Because it almost is kind of like a build-up in a way, because it's like, we have we kind of have minor foreshadowing, I guess you could call it, because at the beginning of episode 6, we have that character that's from the End is the Beginning group that looks almost identical to Sarah's character.
Yeah, I don't know. They could. It's just, it's not my favorite twist, personally, just because, it's not because I don't like the character. First of all, I don't like the character, but I just don't, I don't know, I don't see why that would be a big reveal, you know? She's just not a character that would have a big reveal.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. Like, what would be the point of making that character the traitor?
Yeah, and you know what? Even though that one is more possible than, like, Luciana or June, I still stand on what I said about those two characters. I'm going to also say about Sarah. She comes from that group a good while back. Like, she comes from, I hate to remind people of this, but she comes from the Martha era.
Ugh. No one likes that frickin' part of the story.
No, but I'm just saying, though, like, that's a good example of why she's not it, in my opinion.
Agreed. Like, honestly, when it comes to, like, traitor predictions, I really don't have anyone. I feel like they're gonna really throw us off, and I think it'll be someone we're not expecting.
Yeah, which also is why, like, I think that's probably why you and me both narrowed it down to Wes, because we're like, okay, well, who the hell else could it be?
Plus, I'm not gonna lie, Wes was still acting suspicious at 6'10", but I feel like they intentionally kind of did that to throw us off.
Well, only that, what it does now is just honestly make me respect episode 10 a little bit more, because I'm like, okay, they actually fooled us in a good way.
Yeah, I like the unpredictability of it. Maybe it's Dakota. I feel like that would be too predictable, personally.
Who said Dakota?
Epic.
Yeah, Dakota, I could see it, but at the same time, I don't know, man, honestly, the way they're writing her character, I'm just kind of at a loss of what they're going to do with her, and I feel like that would be slightly predictable.
Yeah. Would be too repetitive to be Dakota or Charlie. Oh yeah, I agree with that for sure. Like, having them two be the traitors, those are the two I'm actually thinking of, but like, it'd be predictable because we've already had like twists with those two before. Like, Charlie was already like a traitor for like the vultures and all that crap, and Dakota, well, I'm not even gonna get into what Dakota did, but you guys get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what though? I know people don't want to hear this because Charlie's a very hated character right now, but I am still going to go with this idea because I just love it personally. I don't know, I just love it. Is that honestly, we need Charlie to kill Dakota or something at some point just to show the redemption of that character and the fact that they're not doing that again with Dakota. Like, try to kind of break the ice with that.
I don't think they're going to keep Dakota around. I honestly think it's to throw us off.
Yep, which that's why I'm saying no. If someone needs to kill her, in my opinion, it should be Charlie. Just because I feel like first of all, you got to do more with that character, and the other thing is you got to prove to us that there's a reason to keep Charlie in the story.
Yeah, not to mention the group should not want Dakota around. Like, she killed John, for crying out loud. There's no way the group is just gonna be like, oh yeah, no, you can stay. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But, I was looking at some 612 stuff today, guys, and honestly, it's looking like a really good episode. But I'm kind of wondering, like, are they gonna have, like, Grace, like, you know, have her baby in that episode? Or are they gonna maybe kill Grace off, potentially? It's hard to say.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hey, kid. Do you still want to do your review segment, or do you want to just skip past that?
I'll just do a little summation.
Alright.
But it was a great episode. The end is the beginning is psychotic. It's set up for a lot of great things. I think it's a 10 out of 10 episode. Wes's story in this episode was great. Especially with the brother stuff. I thought that was really good. He had to kill his own brother. That was awesome. Good story. I do think that there's more to the end as the beginning than what meets the eye. I think it's going to go deeper and deeper and deeper as the season progresses. And it was a great episode. Yeah, that's all.
Cool. Hey, Matt, I haven't been watching Fear lately because of John's death. Honestly, dude, I'd say put John's death behind you. And, you know, Fear still has an amazing cast of characters. I'd say watch it for what it is going into 6B.
Yeah. All I have to say, if you gave up after the whole John thing, is that, dude, this half season, it is a must-watch in my opinion. It's, in particular, where the story's going. I'll just say you'd be missing out because this is some great quality Fear.
Yeah, like 609 is pretty good, 610 is decent, and 611, like, I mean, I can only speak for myself here, but it's a 10 for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend it as well. I just think that yeah, the John thing was a little, yeah, that was crap. But you know, I mean, everybody's got something to get over.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, another thing about the whole John death, too, that I'd like to kind of add on to that is that, Epic, without spoiling anything, John's death, I mean, I can't speak for, you know, Wasteland or for Matt, but I'll say that for me personally, it's just, the way they do it, it actually, in episode 9, I'm not going to say what it is, but they do something in episode 9 that kind of almost makes you look back at episode 8 and be like, okay, there's one good thing that came out of it.
Yeah, and just in case you don't know what it is, we won't say it, but basically John's death does cause a domino effect that leads to something very satisfying in 609.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Is it me, or did Morgan grow hair out of nowhere in Grace's dream? Yeah, I mean, it's just a dream. In my opinion, it'll just end up being like Grace, like seeing what the future could have been or something like that. Which is why I'm starting to get vibes that Grace might die next episode, if I'm being honest.
I've been watching like these 612 teasers and stuff. It looks weird. It looks good.
It does. Yeah.
I'm hyped through the roof for it, because you're going to have like all that stuff with Grace, and you're going to have Morgan versus Riley that episode as well.
Yep. I'll just say though, Matt, honestly, like whenever you get a chance, check out the sneak peek for episode 12, because I'll just say, like, it is more than just Old Man Morgan. They actually go a little bit further than I thought.
Yep. Does it like get like trippy to the point where it's like Rick in 905 when he sees himself in the hospital bed and stuff?
I mean, that's all I can say is it's weird. It is very weird.
Is it a good weird or bad weird?
I don't know. I can't say that until I've seen the actual episode. But I mean, it's like I don't know.
I would say it's a good weird for now, just because I still think that like it doesn't matter in the end. It's like it's not real anyway. So I'm like, I don't know. It's a cool kind of first thing that the Walking Dead's never done before.
Yeah, I'll definitely, once the stream's over, I'll check it out. Actually, what this has given me, honestly, and this is why I think Grace might die, it's kind of given me Carl vibes when he saw, like, the visions of Old Man Rick and stuff, and you see Old Man Negan when he's, like, planting tomatoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Except with pink trees. So,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, like, honestly, if Grace dies and, like, she dies pregnant, that's gonna be, like, a really brutal thing that Fear will do. Like, it'll be, like, a heartbreaking type of death, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I don't know if they'll do that. Honestly, I don't know if they're gonna go that far.
HBO would be like, let's do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. This is AMC. Like, they might not do that. But, yeah, you never know. I mean, Fear's shocked me before, in good ways and bad ways.
Did you know that the funniest thing is that HBO declined Walking Dead because it says it's too brutal.
Oh my lord, yet they have Game of Thrones, like what?
I know, it's like, okay, I'd like to know the logic behind that.
Bruh, Game of Thrones is 10 times more brutal than Walking Dead, and I mean that, bruh.
Well, from what I've heard is the original script was written out to be HBO level for The Walking Dead and stuff. I mean, this is like while they like kind of had a type of thing going, and like some of the stuff that Kirkman wrote, like it was very, 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 very next level.
Well, I mean, look at the prison arc from the comics. Like, you have the serial killer arc where you find, like, the two twin sisters that are decapitated by him. Like, could you imagine seeing that on the live-action show? Like, that would be brutal. It would be a talked-about scene till this day.
Not only that, the Michonne's torture scene with the governor.
Yeah, which, if you guys didn't know, the reason why that Michonne governor torture stuff happened was because Robert Kirkman was taking out his frustration on characters, which is kind of dark in a weird, messed up way.
Alright, it's fine in my opinion. As long as you don't do it in real life, you're okay.
Yeah, sure enough. Like the Lori death all over again. I mean, like, potentially.
Honestly, you could be a psychopath and freaking still right. Just don't perform your actions.
Exactly.
Oh, well, dude, even the Lori death, though, like, having that on HBO, though, like, even that, I feel like HBO would still be a bit like, ugh.
Yep.
Hey, Matt, the comics are more brutal than the show was. Oh, yeah, there's no question in that regard. The comics do some next-level stuff.
That's a no-brainer right there, man.
Oh, yeah.
However, I will say the one time that the show beat the comics in terms of brutality was Glenn's death. In the show, just seeing that live action and the fact that they didn't censor it at all, I'm like, okay, for once the show is more screwed up than the comic.
Also, Joe's death too was pretty friggin' brutal.
Yeah. Not to mention, you know, it was a really gruesome scene. I'm shocked more people don't, like, mention this, just because the brutality of this is just, it's nasty. Not like an A-lister character, or not even a C-lister, really, but it's at Terminus when they have those people, like, kneeled over, and they're, like, slicing their throats over that big, like, sink, like, animals.
Ooh. Yeah, I remember when they were, like, getting taken there. And I remember they literally put that in an opening minutes and posted that on YouTube for like 2 days before that episode even came out. And it just stops right before the clip ends. It's just Sam getting like hit with the bat. And then when you watch the actual show, then they actually go further than that and they show the slicing. And I'm like, oh my god, dude.
They didn't censor it at all either. And you're just like, you actually like, you see even Rick is like disturbed.
I remember those opening minutes like first came out. I was like, bruh, like I was like, oh, dude, if like they continue with that level of like goriness, like, oh, dude, this show.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, guys, like the show, it does have its really brutal moments.
I'm trying to think of the least like goriest season. I'm trying to think here.
Oh man, 7B. If I had to make like a half season, 7B.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
And in terms
Oh
of
wait,
gore,
though the deer got killed in that one. Let's not forget that.
oh yeah, that's right. No, but in terms of like gore, like the least goriest season, I would just have to go 7B because the rest of The Walking Dead, it has its really gory, you know, messed up scenes.
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but like in season 7, after the Glenn death, they legit AMC put a restriction on the gore. No joke.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember it was everywhere. And I remember I was annoyed too because I was still getting into the show fully. Like, for anyone who's watching, I didn't start, like, watching The Walking Dead live until No Way Out. Before then, I binged the show. So, Season 7's my first, like, full season without binging. And I remember they're like, yeah, no more gore. I was like, oh, this show's about to freaking go down the crapper, isn't it? And then I remember they took the gore ban off, and I'm like, yeah, you better keep it off, too.
They,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember, like, right when we get back into season 8, we get, you know, a bunch of blood and people like, well, I mean, a good example of that is 804.
Oh, 804 was messed up when you got, like, all the Kingdom soldiers, like, their arms are just dangling off, like, there's, like, limbs on the ground and shit. I was like, okay, the gore's back.
Not to mention Morgan just rips a guy's guts out in season 8, episode 9. It's like, okay, wow, the gore is back full time here.
Plus like the like whole entire gut trick on the weapons and stuff, and like they put like guts and stuff and bathe it in weapons.
Oh
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey guys, I don't get why people hated Peter's remodel in the Spider-Man PS5 remake. I guess because they made him look more like a kid. I think that's why.
Yeah, he does look like a freaking little kid though.
They made him look like friggin' like he looks like some weird Tom Holland mix, like, or something like that.
I'm so sick and tired of them doing that. Like oh, Tom Holland is the one and only now. Ugh.
Well, for me, like Spider-Man wise, Tobey Maguire will always be the best.
Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man.
Agreed.
No joke. Peter Parker.
Yes,
Anyways,
sir.
back to Walking Dead stuff.
Yeah. Like I was saying, like, I was actually gonna talk about, yeah, the Winslow death. Like, with freaking Winslow in 7-10, like, that's when you knew the gore was just gone. When you have Rick killing Winslow off screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking
And
of
also-
something off screen as well too. How about Fat Joey's death too, dude? Like,
That's
you don't
exactly
even
what I was
see
gonna
that.
say.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, legit, old Walking Dead, you legit see everything.
Yeah. I mean, at least they showed up. Actually, there's one thing they completely did not, like, get rid of, in my opinion. That was Spencer's death. I'm like, oh, that was gory, though.
Oh,
Like,
that
they
was
still were
bad.
managed to do that.
You know what's funny though? It was legit. They would have showed the whole thing, but like they had to put some kind of restriction on it, so they had just Negan's body in the way.
Oh
But you
man.
still see his guts hanging out and stuff, so it's like, nah, it's
I
like
know,
it's
but,
gory.
Like, not as no, but like you have like they have to have do it though.
True.
So just show the whole thing.
Exactly. The world is soft. Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Like, especially with Walking Dead, when like a gory scene happens. Like, I remember when Glenn died, and I remember I was like, holy crap, dude. Like, if they show that, like, imagine what like some of this other stuff's gonna look like. But like, yeah, it just drives me crazy when people complain when there's gore. It's like, you're watching a show called The Walking Dead. I mean, what are you expecting? Teletubbies, ice cream, like fun time? Like, come on now.
If you wanted that, go watch Fear the Walking Dead season 5. That Jim it.
Yeah, go watch
There-
friggin' that.
There was literally people saying, and this is when I knew the fans were just like, some fans just were never going to be happy, is that literally there were people that were like, oh, season 7, episode 1 of The Walking Dead should be banned from TV in general. And I'm like, and I don't know why. Maybe some people disagree. I know a lot of people loved Glenn. For me personally, this is a very controversial topic right here. But in my opinion, Glenn's death, it's actually perfect. I actually think it's well done.
Well, so do I. Like, the fact that people wanted it to, like, never air again, I'm like, oh, grow up a pair.
I'm like, you're a bunch of wusses. Get out of here.
It's mainly because fans complain about Glenn's death brutality. But yeah, that's the point, though. It's like, why are people complaining about that on a show called The Walking Dead? Not to mention, people, like, the viewership for season 7, episode 1 was, like, freaking massive. You know people were there for a reason. They wanted to see someone's head get smashed in. They got that and they complained. Like, what is your logic, dude?
They don't make any sense.
It's like you knew what you signed up for when you clicked on the frickin' episode. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, would you want them to do just like freaking like barely show it? Like oh, like hey Jim.
Like, I bet you some people were like, oh, I thought it would have been like first person, like the cliffhanger. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it just shows one shot of Glenn like getting the bat, like maybe like you see Glenn, he's standing like right next to Glenn, he's like, okay, back to it, and then it's just Glenn's perspective like getting hit over and over again or something, and it's like blurred and stuff, like just
Oh, it sucked, dude. Like, I'm just glad there was no gore ban before Glenn's death, or I feel like Glenn's death would have just been bad.
Yep.
It just shows you the brutality of The Walking Dead, though. And thankfully in Season 9 and 10, like, the brutality is in full force. Like, you've got, like, the pikes. In general, like, you don't see the heads getting cut off, but, like, your imagination damn well makes up the rest of what happened there.
Yep. Agreed. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Season 10, like, that season in general with the Whisperers, like, just... You know, it was gruesome. You had a bunch of brutal stuff going on there. Like, the death of Alpha was really gory and stuff. So, I mean, in general, I'm just happy that they brought the gore back and, like, you actually see that stuff. Actually, while I'm on that topic, you remember, like, I know this character is irrelevant, but friggin' Beatrice's death, like, brutal. You see, like, everything.
Yep. You legit see her, like, get torn limb from limb.
Oh, yeah. You see all that shit. And then 10C is just kind of like, you don't really see any gore at all, actually, now that I think about it. 10C is the most, like, least gory part of The Walking Dead. Even, at least 7B had still some kills and stuff, where 10C, everything is off-screen.
Yeah, which, unfortunately for that one, it's a different reason. It's not because people were, like, getting upset at them for not, maybe just, like, don't do gore or anything like that. In this case, it's because they couldn't film, like, too much during a pandemic. Like, yeah.
Which is bullcrap, in my opinion, because we have, like, Fear, which filmed during a pandemic. You still have on-screen walker kills. Like, look at the death of Derek from 611. Like, come on now.
Yep. Well,
Yep.
I'm just glad we got Walking Dead stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. People complain about everything nowadays. Well, yeah, agreed. Like, it's like everyone has to be unsatisfied with something, which I know some people, like, when they, like, review Walking Dead or whatever, like, they intentionally look for flaws and stuff, and they're like, you know, it was an okay episode. Now let's get to the flaws. Like, it's like, you're being a negative Nancy.
Yeah, I don't like people like that, I'm sorry, but it's like, can you not try to actually say some good things about it? Like, listen, unless it's John's death episode, you should be able to find something in there.
Like, okay, other than John's death episode, like, I get it. If you hate, like, 610 and 609, I get it. But you gotta admit, there are still some, like, decent things in there.
Yeah, well, you know where I stand on it. I actually personally like both those episodes.
Yeah, they're fine in my opinion, but after seeing 611, like, that's the Fear I've been, like looking for. Like, that episode was like, okay, like, there we frickin' go. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
You guys know my thoughts on 609 and 610.
Yeah. Do you, like, actually dislike them, or are you, like, okay with them, or, like, what are your general thoughts on them?
Here's the thing. I think 609 is okay. I think, like, here's the thing. Like, I think I took a look at it, and I saw it at first, and I was like, I don't like this episode. And then I saw it again. I was like, I like this episode. Oh, wow, this is actually really good. And I saw it again. Like, I like this episode again. And then I watched it again, and then one of the reviewers actually pointed out some problems I have, and yeah.
So, like, you're kind of neutral with it, or are you just generally, like, don't like it?
It's fine. It's fine. I like the Virginia death. I like the Lawton shootout. I thought that was awesome. But I mean, other than that, I thought it was okay. 610 was pretty good too. But 611 though, I'm sorry, but that's just a massive upgrade for me.
Well, that's what I was saying too. Like, when I saw 611, I'm like, there we go. That's what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just
You know,
because.
for me personally, it's going to be like, it's a little different for me personally. I actually love 609. I don't really have many flaws with it. I'm sorry. I actually think that's one of the best Fear episodes I've seen in a while. 610, I thought was like pretty good. And then 611, I do agree though. That one just, oh man, it's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
611's a masterpiece. I do understand the Last of Us Part 2 hate, though. Yeah, Last of Us 2, well, obviously just my opinion here, but I can't defend that game at all.
No.
Cannot defend it. But, yeah, like with Fear, right? Like, 612, like, I was actually thinking, like, I just really hope that, like, the dream stuff isn't, like, more than half the episode, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
just watching the opening minutes right now, so I'll be mute.
all good. But, like, I don't know, it's weird, because you got, like, the fight scenes and stuff, but I'm hoping it's not, like, all this dream stuff with just a little bit of, like, Morgan stuff, like, sprinkled in there. If it's that, like, I'll be fine with it, but I'm hoping it's a good mix. Like, it's not just like, oh, we're all in La hallucination land, and then you got, like 5 minutes of Morgan fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be kind of like, at that point, if they, I just hope it's more of Morgan versus Riley than it is, like you just said, like all this dream stuff.
I feel like the dream stuff, you want my honest opinion, give it, like, 5 to 10 minutes max of the episode, and everything else should be focused on, like, Morgan, Grace, Riley, ambushing them, you know, that kind of stuff.
As much as I like would love to agree with you, unfortunately, I'm kind of worried that it is going to be like almost half the darn episode. Which I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, if it's done right, I'm okay with it. But, like, I know personally, Dan, like you're not the biggest fan of, like, trip out scenes.
I don't like them. However, I'm not going to lie to you. Again, like obviously, I'll have to get your opinions on it, but
Yeah.
so far from what I've seen, the sneak peeks and stuff, like the new ones that just came out for it, I don't mind them. It's not that bad because it's something we haven't really seen before.
Yeah. Even the PS5 design people complain about, even though it's not that bad. I think the problem people have with it is that it's really big, but, like, yeah, I don't have a PS5, so I wouldn't really know. I would have to get it for myself, then judge it.
Yep.
Yeah. However, like, you know that Walking Dead VR game, Saints and Sinners?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm actually planning on getting VR in a few weeks, and I might actually do, like, a Let's Play of that or something, because, like, apparently, like, you can, like, unlock, like, Lucille, you can actually use that to kill walkers and stuff. A couple of people have been recommending it, saying it's really good.
Cool. Yeah, I mean I haven't tried it myself, so I mean, let me know if it's actually good.
Yeah, I'll give you a heads up if it's good or bad or whatever. Apparently, like, Rick's in it, but I've heard his voice acting, and I'm like, oh my god, that's awful.
I've heard that part of things. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Like, they couldn't even get Andy Lincoln to do the voice. Like, it's like Andrew Lincoln's just exempt from playing Rick now after the final episode. It's like, oh no, we can't have Rick, we just get some guy to play him. No Andrew Lincoln for Rick.
Yep.
Which is annoying. It's almost like, oh, he had his final episode. He's banned from playing Rick now until the movies. It's like some weird AMC bullcrap. Like I'd pay money to say, like, I'd bet money on this that Andrew Lincoln didn't want to leave the show, and I bet you this is all a ploy by AMC. You want to bet?
Man, I'm not gonna go that far, just because I do think that he probably still wants to spend time with his family. However, what I am gonna say about it though is that I think that he does want to come back, and I think that they're legit telling him like, yeah, it's too late now. We've got these movies all planned out. You're doing them. End of story. You're not returning to the main show. The writing is done, so deal with it.
Which, at that point, I have to say, screw you, AMC, for kicking the damn lead off your show. Like, what are you doing?
I feel like they're pissed at him for leaving, and they're just like, well, guess what? Angela's already written the end of The Walking Dead without you, so peace out. See you in the movies, bud. Like, honestly, that's what I think it is.
Which is really freaking scummy. Like you've been saying, Dan, if you freaking want, if the lead wants to come back, you damn well rewrite the season and you add the lead in the final season.
Well, I'm just saying, dude, if I was sitting there and I was like the writer of the final season, I don't care if I spent months writing this final season. I don't even care. If I had the opportunity to bring Andrew Lincoln back, you damn well know I would. I'd be like, oh, okay, well, maybe it'll take a little bit longer, but guess what? The fans are going to get Rick in the final season, so it's worth a little bit of a delay.
It's easy, too, because all you gotta do is just put Rick in a lot of Daryl's stuff, because Daryl is, like, the main lead anyway. Just replace Daryl with Rick. There you go.
Just flip-flop, yeah.
Exactly. Which is kind of really annoying, though, that, like, Andrew Lincoln fully is on board for being in the final season, and AMC's like, you can go fuck yourself. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yep, exactly. I don't know. It's just weird, dude, honestly. And if you want to bring back Andrew Lincoln, dude, like, honestly, I don't understand what the whole thing is. Like, oh, he can't be in the final season. It's like, dude, you make room for him. The show started with him. If you have the opportunity to end it with him, you do it.
Well, let's just be honest. The Walking Dead started with Andrew Lincoln as Rick Grimes. Like, you know, he's the first character we see. It starts off with him going down that highway, killing that zombie, that little girl zombie. So, I mean, you need to have him in the ending. Could you imagine, like, okay, imagine this. You show, like, a non-Walking Dead fan the beginning and end of Walking Dead. You show them Days Gone By. They're like, okay, like, this Rick character, he's really cool. I wonder where his journey is going to go and how it'll end. Then you show them the final episode, and they're like, wait, where the hell's the guy from, like, the other episode, like, the first episode? Why is he not in this at all? Like, it's going to be confusing.
Yeah, you legit show them the pilot, and then you show them 11/24, and it's just like, okay, what is this? And it's just like, honestly, at that point, I love the pilot, of course. The pilot, in my opinion, is some of the best work The Walking Dead has ever done. But it will, yes, I'm about to say this, it'll make the pilot feel a bit more awkward if literally if he's not even there at the end. Like, it'll make it feel like, okay, yeah, I love the pilot, but it just doesn't lead anywhere that I thought it would.
Well, yeah, there's no Rick Grimes, and there wouldn't be Morgan around either. It's like our only two major characters from the pilot that are still around. Everyone else from the pilot's dead, apart from Rick and Morgan. And you're telling me the series finale isn't going to have Rick or Morgan in the series finale? Like, that's not good.
Nope, that's not.
No, in my opinion, it would be a big middle finger to the pilot, which would be the worst thing ever.
It already feels like a middle finger to the OG fans that have stuck by it since day one, and a big middle finger to Andrew Lincoln for wanting to come back and leaving.
Agreed.
Years later, when people watch this for the first time, they won't know anything what's going on with the behind the scenes with Andrew and other actors leaving. Yeah, exactly. Like, people aren't going to know about, like, people aren't going to be looking into the behind the scenes stuff. So, like, just imagine 10 years later, you're like, I don't know, you're just some dude, you're like, oh, this Walking Dead show, like, I heard that franchise has been going off, there's like 20 spin-offs, let's see the original show, let's see how this all started. They binge through the original show. Obviously, the behind-the-scenes stuff will be over by this point. It's like 2030. Now, imagine they watch it. Rick leaves in 9:05. They're like, wait, what the heck? And then they get to the series finale. It's like, okay, so he just leaves and doesn't come back. Like, what was the point of that?
Yep. Exactly.
It's just stupid, in my opinion. And that's one thing that's always kind of tainted the main show for me, is Rick not being there. I still love the main show. I'm still a freaking Walking Dead diehard fan. Like, I've been with the series for almost 6 years now. But, I mean, holy crap, dude. I'm sorry. Without Rick, I mean, Andrew Lincoln brought something to that show. Like, I watched The Walking Dead because of him. And honestly, one of the only actors that's really keeping me around still is JDM.
Yep.
Like, yes, I'm about to say this. Rick Grimes, like, Daryl does not fill in for Rick Grimes, dude. I'm sorry. Daryl is cool. Daryl is a really awesome character, and I've been a fan of him since, like, Season 2. But he's not Rick, and there's still a void that needs to be filled there.
Yep. No, yeah, well, even JDM, though, I'm sorry, like, yes, I'm about to say this. I like JDM more as an actor than I do Norman Reedus, and I know that's about to start a lot of stuff, I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, plus I also like JDM's character more. I prefer Negan over Daryl. Like, Negan has more of a purpose, he's more of a character, he has more of a story. Legit, and this is crazy, but yes, it's true. In my opinion, Daryl's really not had a plot since his rivalry with Dwight. Other than that, he's just there to be like, oh yeah, I'm Daryl Dixon. And yeah, he's cool doing that, but like, it's like me and Wasteland and Dan are always like discussing this. It's like, yeah, it's just more Daryl being Daryl, which Daryl being Daryl is cool, but give him something new. Freshen the character up. Give us something to talk about.
But might I add, though, us saying, oh, Daryl just being Daryl. Yeah, those words, Daryl just being Daryl, that does not equal character development. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Well, no. In my opinion, Daryl's last really interesting episode, when Rick was around, mind you. Like, in Season 9, he's got a lot of good episodes. But, when Rick was around, Daryl's last, like, really good episode, in my opinion, was always Accountable.
Yep.
Agreed.
Like, in Season 7 and 8, I'm sorry, what is the point? What is the frickin' point of Daryl? Like, and in 9, I get why they're doing this. They're like, yeah, like, oh yeah, we need Daryl because Rick's gone. We need to have, like, Daryl take over as the lead. But this is what I'm saying, is even, like, with Season, like, 10, like, I'm sure you guys can agree with this too, Wasteland and Dan, but, Negan is the main character of Season 10, in my opinion, and he steals the show every frickin' scene he's in, where you've got Daryl and, like, Find Me and stuff, and you're like, it's just Daryl being Daryl. I mean, whatever. At this point, it's whatever for me. I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and to kind of add on to what you just said, though, Matt, like, it is actually true because also think about it this way, like, Season 10 has been focused on Negan the whole darn time, to where the fact that, yes, you could say, well, they added these bonus episodes later and they didn't really plan to do this, whatever, but it still applies because it is still technically they call the finale. The finale is a Negan episode, it's not a Daryl episode.
Nope.
Very much so. And, I don't know if you guys will go as far to agree with me as this, but this is just my opinion. Overall, Daryl is a better character, I will say that, overall. But with Morgan's character, right, another Season 1 OG, I actually am preferring him a lot more right now, because no matter what, at least Morgan's character is unpredictable. At least you don't know what to expect from him. Whereas Daryl, it's like, oh, yeah, Daryl just doing Daryl stuff, which has felt like, it's been like that since Season 4. Like, let's be real here. Daryl hasn't changed since Season 4. Like, after Merle died, that was the last major frickin' like thing for Daryl. Then after that, it's just, yep, Daryl's being Daryl.
Yep, which I'm gonna say it again, that's not character development.
No. They did give us a romance with Daryl and a bit with, yeah. Now I get what you're saying, but like, I don't know, like, it's one episode, man. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, it's only one episode. And it's kind of weird that in Season 9, yeah, I know I'm nitpicking at this point, it wasn't written in yet, but I don't think that the Leah stuff should have been done in between the time skip, because I don't think Daryl should have, Daryl doesn't mention Leah's existence in Season 9, and it's just weird that there was this, like, secret romance and all this stuff, and, like, in Season 9, you could tell they did not have that in mind yet, because they have Daryl who's trying to get with Connie, but wouldn't he still be looking for Leah? Why would he go with Connie? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that and also, like, you know what? This is where I'm actually going to agree with, though. Like, whoever said that, I will say, the one time I'm going to actually agree is when you've got, maybe if Leah came back in Season 11 and we actually had a storyline with him and her that actually went somewhere, like actually did something, then I'll agree. But until I see that, yeah, the whole Leah thing is filler.
Well, that's how it feels, just because, like, we don't know if Leah's even returning in Season 11, just because Leah was written in for 10C stuff, and Season 11 was already written before 10C.
Yep. But people forget about, like, people forget about, they're like, oh, well, why didn't they do this thing in Season 10C? Why didn't they do this thing? I'm like, well, it's because, like, Season 11's been already planned.
Exactly. Which is why, like, from the get-go, like, even, like, we were all saying this, like, no one major's dying in 10C. Like,
Oh no.
they've already been written in Season 11. Like, the Russian roulette scene is cool and all. Like, the Russian roulette scene is cool and all, but, I mean, let's be honest, we all knew that Aaron and Gabriel was safe.
I felt no. Yeah, exactly. I felt no.
However, I will say, like, you said this in your review, Dan, like, this one thing I will agree with you. The intensity and the music in that scene was so good, and the way they shot it, it's almost like I felt like I was a participant in that scene. Like, it was almost like I was there for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's what I like about that scene, dude. It's really good. The only thing that kind of drags it down for me, I'm sorry to nitpick on this episode because I know you guys actually like it, but the thing about it is that they turn Robert Patrick into this crybaby character. And I'm like, okay, why can't you just have him be a straight-up, heartless villain that does not care? Then they kill him, might I add, in a better way, and there you freaking go. Why do you have to have this crybaby that lowers the gun, that gets all, like, just no. I'm sorry. That's when I was like, okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this episode anymore.
I getcha. I didn't mind it personally. I kind of like seeing the, I kind of didn't mind seeing it, but I can see where you're coming from 100% on that, though.
Yeah, and my last straw, again, I feel like I say this all the time, but listen, you have Robert Patrick on your show. Good for you. I mean, good for frickin' you. But why on earth do you have to have that scene with the other Robert Patrick with a beard on, and then to add insult to injury, the darn picture with Robert Patrick and Robert Patrick? I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. It's not to insult the episode, but it kind of is at the same time. For all of y'all that love the episode, that's totally fine. I'm just saying, you can't deny that that was some of the cringiest crap Walking Dead has done.
Well, let's be honest. They were just trying to milk all of the frickin' Robert Patrick scenes they could get because they had him on set.
Yep. Well, that's why I'm not a fan of it. And, you know, even the water tower thing, I'll be fine with that because I like the way the scene is shot. But again, it's a fake-out. Like, there's no point to it, and that's what just bugged me so much.
I like how in 1022, they just confirm off-screen that Gabriel's just back at Alexandria.
Yep, and I know, and it's like, I remember everybody's like, oh, season 11, episode 2, or season 11, episode 3. We're gonna see his death actually happen, and it'll be something else, like a Reaper will get him. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, they're not doing that. That's the most, like, weirdest thing.
Dog kind of makes Daryl, in my opinion. He adds a bit to the character, but I don't think he makes the character, but he adds to it, I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm assuming Epic probably said that. You know, honestly, I think, yeah, like, probably. I don't know. Dog, yeah, he is there, but like you guys were just saying, like, it doesn't add to his character for me. What would add to his character is if you gave him a better storyline than, like, back in the early days of Walking Dead, when he used to be a real standout.
Yeah.
Which, I know this is a rumor, don't quote me on it, but I heard Daryl might actually be kind of acting more a bit like his Season 1 self in Season 11.
So I've heard too.
I hope so.
You imagine, like, I hope they do this. Like, they better do this, because you damn well know Daryl will be at the Commonwealth at some point. When he gets there, give him a haircut and give him a new look.
Yep.
It's kind of, like, weird, and it's kind of annoying that, like, in 1022, like, you get Daryl, he's in there for, like, 2 seconds, but you see, like, a new look there for like, a second you get of him. And then in 1101 screenshots, he's just back to the cliched Daryl getup, and it's like, no, where did that cool new look go?
I know.
It's just gone.
Yeah. I just checked out the 612 opening, and it's something.
I gotta check this stuff out when stream's done, which, speaking of that, we'll be on for about 20 more minutes, guys, and then I'll call the stream a wrap.
Cool.
We'll do a bit more, like, discussions and stuff, then we'll wrap her up.
Wrap around the rosy.
Yes, sir. I mean, do you guys have any 612, like, predictions or theories or whatever you guys want to, like, call it?
I say,
actually, now that I think about it, actually, I'll let you guys discuss. I want to check out these opening minutes. I'll be back in, like, a few.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I
Then once-
say that.
When Dan gets
Yeah.
back, Cade, you know, I'll check him out too. So that way, like, we're all caught up and we can kind of discuss it in the stream.
Alright.
So when Dan gets back, I'll let you guys kind of hold up the stream for like 3 minutes, and I'll check the opening minutes out. But what were you gonna say?
Oh, yeah. So I think 612 is going to be mostly that amnesia stuff, just from what they're saying about this episode. And towards the end, like the last few minutes of it, it's going to be the Riley Morgan stuff.
Yeah, like, how much of like Riley and his group do you think we'll get in this one?
10 minutes at most.
We'll just get some minor stuff. I don't think Teddy will be in this at all, personally.
I don't think we'll see Teddy till like 6:13.
I feel like we could see Alicia and Teddy in like the last like 2 minutes. Like they just leave like a little bit of that in there just so it's like, you know, keep that plot line going, but like that's it at the most.
Yeah, I agree. I think that yeah, but I think mostly it's just gonna be that amnesia crap. Which I mean if they do it right, then it'll be fine.
I'm worried about it personally just because, you know, they've already done this with Daniel, like in 610, and I'm going to say it's the one part about 610 I'm not a fan of, now that it's starting to look like that is what it is real amnesia. It's like, okay, why does every character have to suffer some memory loss? Like, come on.
I know. I mean, like, it's just like, it's like they can't find, like, what else, I mean, man, it's a shame, man, how what's happening to Daniel, dude.
Well, they're just making him like this really weak character. Like you were saying about 609, like he's just this like frail old man being thrown around by the pioneers and abused and stuff.
And legit, the pioneers, dude. This guy legit took down a group that was 10 times scarier than these little freaking mother truckers.
He killed like 15 proctors, dude, at like season 3 finale.
It's like, what are they doing?
It's like they gave all of, like, that badassery from Daniel and gave it to Victor. Because Victor's character's been insanely good this season.
Oh, man. I don't know. But it's just like... oh, man. What's happened?
I don't know. Like, it's very, like... I don't know. I don't know if Daniel actually has amnesia, which I doubt he does personally, because why would they give him a fake amnesia storyline and then give him a real one? It just seems counterproductive.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... I don't know, it's like... Still, though, even without the amnesia, he's just a weak little freaking nothing.
Yeah, I gotta upgrade that character majorly.
Yeah, well... I don't know. I just like, I don't know. That's one thing that saddens me, man. It's just what they've done to Daniel, man. It's just so sad because like he was so awesome. He was so awesome.
He was.
It's like, boy, did they drop the ball on that crap.
Daniel's amnesia got him forgetting he was a badass. Oh man, I legit, that feels like true though. Like it's almost like he forgets that he used to be a good character at one point. Damn. In 610 though, there was some good stuff with him, but like I still don't know really. Like, what are they really doing with him? I'm really confused with what they're doing with Daniel's character now. Because it's like, okay, you give him a fake amnesia storyline, but then you just do nothing with him after. Like, it's like, what is the point of Daniel right now? Like, what are you doing with him?
Yeah. But man, that freaking 613, Morgan, I have amnesia.
Oh man.
By the end of the season, just everybody has amnesia somehow.
Oh man, yeah. It's oh god, don't jinx it.
The end is beginning like, aha, we finally got him with the amnesia bomb.
Can you imagine, like, Teddy's actually giving everyone amnesia somehow?
Yeah, somehow it's oh, dude.
Speaking of, like, that stuff, though, actually, something cool that I like that they did, actually, was they revealed that at the funeral home in 603, those embalmed walkers were actually done by the end as the beginning group, which I actually didn't know at first.
I love it. I love that.
It adds a bit more to that episode for me.
Same. Yeah, I'll up that episode to about an 8.5.
Yeah, because I like how there's actually a lot more than you actually, like, that meets the eye there in that episode.
Here's the big end is the beginning episodes for me in season 6A. 601.
Well, technically, yes, because Emil was working for them, too.
Yeah, so 601, yes. 602, heck no. 603, big time, yes. 604, kinda.
Yeah, they
Um,
attack Morgan on the road, but it's, like, minor stuff.
yeah, so I wouldn't call it big. So, like, okay, so far the two big ones, 601 and 604. 605 has nothing good with them. 606 big, and
Major,
then
yeah.
607 nothing, 608 nothing, 609 nothing. Oh, okay, now we're getting to 6B. But yeah, bottom line, what I'm trying to say is there's 3 episodes in 6A that actually served really well at the beginning.
Yep, and technically 604 if you want to include it.
Yeah,
You kind of have like 4 episodes there that have something to do with them in 604, or not 604, 6A.
which puts us at as a quarter of a half.
I mean, if you really want to think about it too, 511 even might have. It has minor and is the beginning stuff in there, just because there is like Wes's brother being mentioned and stuff, and there's build up there, and 611 calls back on that episode a little bit.
The painting on the trees and stuff.
Yep. What's up, Dan?
What's up?
Yo, are you and Cade good to hold the stream for 5? I just want to check out the opening minutes so I can discuss them on the stream here before we close her up.
Sounds good.
All right,
Okay.
thanks, guys.
All right.
Awesome.
So this is now our stream, guys. This is no longer megamatt stream.
Yeah, it's the Dan and Wasteland stream.
All right, let me take a look down here at my phone so I can keep these comments rolling. Rolling down the river. Okay, take a look here.
Man, but yeah, I mean, if you got any questions for us, just anyone, of course, just comment. We'll answer them.
Speaking of Lucille, I ordered a new Lucille replica from Epic Zombie Killer. Awesome.
Cool.
All right. Epic Zombie Killer. Dog kind of makes Daryl on my. Oh, I already read that one. My opinion, Fear the Walking Dead as a whole is underrated. Epic Zombie Killer. Man, season 6 is phenomenal. The rest of the seasons though, I don't know. Don't do it for me, really.
I think the rest of the seasons, like, I think the first 3 seasons are overrated. Just personally, I feel like people think those seasons are so good just because of how bad it was, like, later. But then season 4 and 5, I think, are fine. I think those get the hate that they deserve, to be honest. And then season 6, I think, is slightly underrated just because I think there are some really good episodes that people aren't noticing.
I agree. I actually agree. All right, let's take a look here. My opinion. Oh wait, okay. I've been looking forward to the final season of the main show over Fear right now from Epic Zombie Killer. I think we all are. We're just desperate to see what they do with this season, with this final season.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, just finding out too that now they're gonna have like unlimited actors again, unlimited walkers. Like I'm like, okay, bring it then.
Like, come on. All right, take a look here. Hey Dan, I'm more excited for The Walking Dead season 11 right now. We kind of just censored that.
Yeah. Let's find another one here.
Okay, The Chosen One. They did give us a romance with Daryl and a bit with Judith and Lydia. Okay, cool. Jonathan Judds. Hi. What's up, Jonathan Judds? This isn't our stream, by the way, Jonathan Judds. This is Matt's stream. We're just holding it up.
Yep, he'll be back in a few.
Yep. Man, okay, so after seeing the opening minutes, Dan, what's your thoughts?
I mean, weird.
Yeah, very weird. It's like, what the heck?
Me, it's the part where Morgan's just like, hey, have we met before? I'm just like, excuse me? Like, what?
Like, I'm like, are they really doing this? Dadgummit.
And then it's like, ooh, this is the, and then in the sneak peek, it's like, ooh, this is the doctor. Oh, I used to be a nurse before. And then it's like, yeah, it's my assistant, Charlie. I'm like, okay, slow down a bit here.
I know, it's like, what the heck? That looks nothing like Charlie.
I know. I mean, Morgan I can buy. It looks weird. June I can also kind of buy, but it looks like a young woman wearing a wig though. Like they should have made her
Yeah.
look older.
June the one. I mean, the June one is like, yeah, she just looks like your average like person that's trying to look old.
Yeah.
I think like here's what I think. I think majority of the episode is going to be the amnesia stuff, and then like the final 10 minutes or so will be the end is the beginning type of stuff.
Ugh, which is what I don't want, dude. I want to see more of that and less of this dream stuff.
For real, same man. For real, same. Which is like, I'm like, can we just not do the amnesia stuff and let's just get on to the main plot of 6B?
Exactly. Like seriously, this is about the end is the beginning group, not this other crap.
Um, okay, Epic asks, hey Dan, you a fan of Spider-Man?
It's okay, I guess, but certain ones are better than others. That's what I'll say. But in terms of like a character, I think he's pretty good.
I agree. I think Spider-Man is very good. My favorite superhero though, man. I think my favorite superhero probably is Batman.
I would agree with that, actually. I grew up on Batman, so I'd say the same.
Legit. All right, what else we got here? All right, we go.
All right, boys, I'm back.
What's up?
Okay, so those opening minutes, yeah, not a fan.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna be happy if the episode is just that for the majority of it, because that was honestly some really boring crap.
It's shaping up to be that way, unfortunately.
In my
Just
opinion,
get to the
it's not
Riley
even,
stuff.
like, it's not even boring, though, in my opinion. It's just weird. Like, because you just got Morgan that's like, hey, have we met before? It's like, okay, why, though? What's the point of this stuff?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, to me, like, legit, one thing comes to my mind. Why? Why? Just why?
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So yeah, we'll discuss the opening minutes, then we'll call the streamer wrap. But yeah, I don't know,
Street
man.
rat.
I don't know. It's like Old Man Morgan. Like, okay, that's fine, I guess, but like, I just don't understand. Like, why do we need to like have this fake out time skip? Like, they had the fan base all like you know, oh, the time skip's actually gonna be real, but it's obvious that the time skip is just in the hallucination stuff, and there isn't going to be a real time skip now.
Well,
Yeah.
that part of things I'm glad of, though. I'm not in the mood to be skipping all this time, to be honest. But I mean, you know, again, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, like, the opening minutes are fine, I guess, but, you know, I'm like, I want to get to the stuff with Riley and Morgan on the road and stuff. Like, I really don't hope that, like, this is what I'm thinking, right? This is honestly what I'm thinking. I think this is all just going to be a dream, and Grace is going to wake up in the car next to Morgan, and then that's when the, like, real life stuff will start, and I'm scared that that's not going to, like, start until, like, 25 minutes into the episode or something.
Yep.
Which
Yeah.
is... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, dude. Like, honestly, imagine if it's just like the first like 20 minutes or something in the episode. She wakes up, and the whole message of this, like, the whole thing is that it's like Morgan's like, "Hey, you're never gonna lose me. Like, it's okay." Like nothing comes out of it, like aside from just a deep talk or something.
Which is what's probably gonna happen. She'd be like, I had a dream you didn't know who I was and all. I'll be like, ugh.
I had a
It's like automatic flaw.
I had a dream, Morgan, that you didn't know who it was. I just don't.
Yeah, I just don't really feel like that. This is what'll be hilarious, though, and I'll actually laugh at this, and I'll actually think it's, like, intentionally comedic on the writer's part, which I could see them doing, is you got Morgan, like, you're never gonna lose me, Grace, it's gonna be alright. He's giving her this, like, deep talk, and then after that, you just have Riley and them just ambush them, and they, like, ram Morgan's car off the road. And then you have, like, Morgan who has to get away, and he fights those guys in the barn and stuff.
Oh man.
You know,
Or
I wonder
another
what
thing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I wonder what happened to Rufus.
He's probably just back at the dam. Well, we see him in 609.
And I'm just gonna tell you, man, I like Rufus more than Dog. Not gonna lie, because he actually helped out Emil in 601, which I thought was really cool.
Plus in 604, he's a cool little car traveling like companion, I guess.
I know Epic, and I know Epic's that's fighting words to you, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's better than Dog.
No, I actually agree.
Okay, here's a really weird theory that I could see 612 being like is, you have like this stuff with Grace in like those hallucinations, sprinkled in, where you have like Morgan in the real world. It kind of like cuts in between, where you have like Morgan and doing his stuff, then you have Grace and that stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm just gonna be honest, it won't drag down the Morgan stuff actually, but it's gonna slow it down. Like imagine like you have like Morgan versus Riley, and then it just cuts to like Grace back in this dream world. It's just gonna be like, come on, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel like Fear the Walking Dead's version of 18 Miles Out. Like it's like we want to get to the good stuff.
Yep. It's honestly gonna give me some season 5 vibes, not gonna lie. Like, the Morgan stuff won't, but this Grace stuff, I can't with it, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I really don't feel like sitting in a fake amnesia world. I just don't want to do that. Like, just 611 was so good. Keep up the momentum with the end as the beginning storyline. And don't give us this random, like, hallucination dream world plot. Like, come on.
Man, I legit feel like I'm in Cotton Candy Land when I watch this thing episode.
Well,
I do too.
well, it's just weird. It's like, I don't want to do that. Like, you see the promos, which are hype as shit, like the OG promo where you got, like, all the shit going down. But then you watch the opening minutes, and it's just that, and you're like, wait, where's all the crazy stuff? Which I know, opening minutes, you won't get the crazy shit, but you gotta hook us somehow.
Well, even in the teasers, it's like they go over the main plot, and it's like, so Grace, she's trying to see a better vision of what the future's gonna be, and with that comes consequences on seeing or something like that, like with that comes consequences with I don't know I don't know, something like that. It was some bullcrap like that. I'm like, okay, but can we have like a cool freaking episode of Morgan versus like Raleigh and have that awesomeness?
Exactly.
Well, yeah. It just sucks though, because it's like you literally have what Matt just said though. You literally have the OG promo with Riley, which I actually got chills the first time I saw this. When he's like, Morgan Jones, you've been a hard man to find. And he's like about to enter this place. I'm like, oh man, like why can't that be the main focus?
Exactly. Which I have a feeling it won't be. I have a feeling, honestly, and this is gonna suck, if the Riley and Morgan, like, stuff is just like a side plot this episode.
It will. It probably more than likely will be.
I don't know. I can genuinely say I did not like those opening minutes. I'm just gonna be honest here.
No, me neither.
I disagree. Weird. I prefer Dog over Rufus. I don't know. They're either of them. They're fine, I guess.
They're both dogs, though. That's the thing. So it's like, you know, honestly, either one, it's all fine.
Yeah, exactly. Who's the best superhero in your opinion? I guess Spider-Man if I had to pick. Okay. Anything else I want to say about those opening minutes? Oh yeah, Old Man Morgan. Why are they doing Old Man Morgan?
I don't know. Because
to fit with the scene, I guess, which is just more cringe on top of cringe.
Which, like, why is everything all, like, pink and stuff? Like, you just go to the dam and it's like, oh, cotton candy everywhere.
I legit half expect Morgan to come out of that den and out of that den. I legit half expect Morgan coming out of that den like, hi, I'm King Candy. Welcome to my candy land. Like,
and he comes out of the den.
Yeah, he comes out of the den and he's like, oh man.
Oh my lord. Hey Matt, do you think Miles Morales...
Man, it's like, screw that, I don't want to be involved in this.
You just got Dan there and he's like, I don't belong here! He just runs away.
Dan! Just comes out of the den.
It's like, dude, just put me with the whole Riley thing. Let me help Morgan at least. I'm not doing this.
Yeah. You think Miles Morales was better than Spider-Man PS4? No. Spider-Man PS4 is better, in my opinion.
By a mile.
By a mile. I see the pun there. Alright, guys, we'll be on for... Let me check the time. We'll be on for 5 more. And then I gotta wrap this up.
Yep.
Alright, guys, so before we end the stream, final thoughts on 611. What do you guys think of it, like, just generally?
It was awesome.
It was.
No, in all seriousness, though, it was freaking awesome.
Cool. And 612 is looking, you know, I'm not going to say bad, because that would be an understatement. There is good stuff there. It's looking decent. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, like, no matter what, the Morgan stuff, I'm sorry, it's going to be good. Like, you legit see Morgan, like, killing people with the staff again. Like, it's going to be good. The Morgan stuff's going to be very good. It's just the freaking Gray stuff is not looking good, in my opinion.
Nope.
Imagine a reveal that literally all the dream sequences are like 30 to 35 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes is just Morgan versus Riley. That's it.
Oh, that episode will get a 3 out of 10, because you get, like, the last, like, good part, and that's it, though.
Yep.
That's what I'm scared of.
Alright, guys, nice chatting. See you later. Keep up the awesome work, Matt. I appreciate it, Epic. Have a good night, bro.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, see, Epic. Who the heck is this random chick with, like, that little staff and stuff, and why do I care?
That's supposed to be, Grace's baby.
Really?
Because you know she's calling Morgan Dad.
Yep.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Grace's baby.
The weirdest crap, man.
Watch, you're gonna see, like, Grace see herself as, like, an old woman or something. It's gonna be so stupid.
Oh, that's me!
No, like she interacts with her old self.
Watch, they're gonna do it, though, because, like, trust, they'll do it. They're gonna do some weird crap.
Also, too, like...
Yeah.
Oh, hey, well... well, like,
Go ahead, dude.
Alright. Yeah, well, what I was gonna say is, like, watch them, like, try to, like, you know, think they're all clever and stuff, and, like, not make us, like, think that that's not, like, her baby or something. Like, they're like, well, and then it's like, oh my gosh, that's her baby the whole time? No!
Which is, it's obvious, though, in my opinion, that is Grace's baby.
Yep.
But it's like, why do I care? I don't.
Well, it's not really Grace's baby, that's the thing. It's just Grace's little fantasy world.
Yeah, but dude, you know what makes me scared though? And this is the thing that I know it's just a little tiny thing that the actress said, but Karen David, the actress that plays Grace, she literally said that this episode she does stuff that she could have never imagined she would ever do. I'm like, oh, please don't tell me you're gonna interact with your old self. Like, please don't tell me that.
Oh lordy. I like how they just got the, and as the beginning appearance from 601 of Morgan and just spray painted the wig and beard white.
I know, there's like, okay.
Man, cheap.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just give Morgan white hair.
I know. Apparently he's an old man because his hair's white.
Oh, gee, I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's an old guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, stream's empty right now, so we'll just cut it here. Thank you guys for watching the stream, for hearing our thoughts and opinions on 611, predictions on 612, and just general, you know, Walking Dead talk with some Rick Grimes stuff, you know, usual stuff in there. Thank you, Dan and Wasteland, for co-hosting with me as usual.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make sure, guys, to enter the free gift card giveaway. We're selling an iPhone 11. If you guys want an iPhone 11, then just enter your name and everything into the comment section, and Matt will personally give you an iPhone 11.
Oh yeah, you bet. Yep. There's just giveaways everywhere. Okay, guys. That'll be a wrap on this stream, and
make sure you pay for Matt's Patreon. He releases all of his videos there early. And
oh
if you
God!
pay for it, then you'll get all the videos early and all your megamatt desires.
Oh yeah. Freaking Survival Season 4 is actually out fully over there on Patreon, guys. Go check it out. All right.
Yep, for 1 million a month, you can get all
Yeah.
the episodes of Survival right now.
1 million
Uh-huh.
bucks, guys. Cash handout. Let's go, bud.
Make sure you buy Megamatt's merch in the description below. At Megamatt's MegaMattJamlyJams.com. Yeah, you can get like a T-shirt with the picture of like awesome Matt on there.
Yep. All right, guys. I'm gonna cap this off now. I'll see you guys next week for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 12. Without further ado, guys, I'll see you on the next one.
Speaking of caps, yet.
I'm cutting